I definitely will attend. Hey y'all. Hi baby. Sorry, I'm getting Facebook set up. You know. How are you, beautiful? Oh, I like that. The outline investor. I know that's right. All right. Okay, so we got Facebook Live. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I dropped some. Okay. Hey. I'm doing better. Y'all, earlier this week, I couldn't talk. Like, I literally could not talk. Like, my mom would actually probably be on my tail right now. She probably will when she watched the replay. Why you talking so much? Because earlier this week, I could not talk. Like, there was nothing coming out. I sounded, if anything, like a 35-year-old man. So I don't know if y'all can hear a little bit of the hoarseness. I'm gonna take it slow, but I am a lot better. I'm a lot better, my love. So I want to talk about feeling unstuck or getting unstuck because it's a time where I feel like a lot of people feel stuck, and it's normal, it's natural, but it's more so of a divert of how we really should feel. So I wasn't going to go live, obviously, because I need to preserve my voice. But I kept getting the nagging, push to do it because somebody does need to hear it. So in those moments when it feels like nothing is moving or it feels like everything is kind of caving in and you feel like you're drowning in whatever it is, drowning in emotions, drowning in bills, drowning in stress, drowning in drama, drowning in whatever life is trying to teach you at that moment. Whatever life is trying to teach you at that moment, and it feels like there's no way out. And I really, if you ever felt like this, come on, put a, talk back to me, right? Put a 1 in the comment section and let me know if you've ever felt this way, as if you're drowning in life, or life is really just having its way with you as you're transitioning to the next phase. Now, if you ain't got those problems, shoot, what you do, what you be doing. Because if you don't have those problems, like, I feel like we all go through things in life, right? But it's about shifting that perspective of how we feel in those moments, instead of looking at it as, oh my God, I'm stuck, or I feel, like, what is next? Or I'm feeling lost. Like, what is really next? I've been rocking my flimsy Invest hat. This is my first time wearing it because I took my ball down and let my locks out. So this is my first time wearing it. But it is I like my little Invest hat. We got this at FinCon last week. But saying this to say, like, in those moments when you feel, come on, okay, so I knew I was supposed to say this, I'm going to exercise my entire voice out for y'all, right? I'm going to give y'all what y'all need. I know how, I got some tea that I'm going to have afterwards, because I feel it, kind of hurting a little bit, but I don't care. We got to get the message out. So in those moments of feeling stuck, that's the time that we're supposed to be grateful or be thankful, because sometimes we'll get these pauses in life and we're so used to being on go, 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 that when these pauses come in life where things kind of slow down or things kind of are shifting, we automatically look at it as negative, because we feel like we should always be doing and always be going and always be, right? When those are those moments that are given to us for moments of rest, for reevaluation, for being grateful and thankful that we've made it thus far, giving us a chance to reap the harvest that we've worked so hard to build. We've been conditioned to believe that we always have to do something, or that we're always supposed to be for everything and everybody, or that sometimes money will slow up, right? And if that happens, we start feeling as if maybe we're not enough or we're not worthy. But I'm here to tell you that that's not true, right? Sometimes you have to, you have everything it is that you need, and we have to stop trying to always strive for more and more and more and be in the here and now. What Luther Vandross say? Hold on, I can't sing yet. My voice is coming all the way back. He'd be like, here and now. I promise to be present, baby. That's my remix, okay? Because seriously, we have to learn to be present in those moments when it feels like everything is kind of caving in on us, right? And we're trying so hard to control, and we can't control what happens, right? When God wants to shift things in our life, it doesn't matter what you try to hold on to. If you try to hold on to it and it's no longer serving you, you're going to see so much friction. So if you see so much friction with something that you're trying to hold on to, take an evaluation. Take an evaluation and say, you know what? This is costing me too much of my peace, my sanity, it's costing me more than it's providing me. And if that's the case, then that becomes a liability to your health, your wealth, your peace, your sanity. And we're not taking that, right? So I say that to say, take evaluation of the things that's going on in your life. Ask yourself this question: what am I trying to control? What am I trying to make happen? Do you understand that? I was reading this book, and it literally said ships come in over calm seas. So you all frantic and you're resisting and you're pushing away the results, or you're pushing away the resources, right? Versus letting it in and receiving. I'm guilty. Sometimes I feel like, when things kind of slow up, I have to work harder. No, that's my time of rest or reevaluation. Like I had that realization last night. This downtime that I've been having where I didn't have a voice, so I had to reschedule all of my calls, right? As you can see, I'm swallowing very hard. Having to reevaluate, reschedule all of my calls. That was my time to just catch up with myself, to journal. But I took a day where I was just, woe is me. I get back from the conference, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, I gotta sit. Dang, I gotta sit on the sideline? I just got all this amazing knowledge. I just made all these amazing connections. I gotta work. I have to sit back and receive. The moment that I start catering to myself and my self-care and really pouring back into myself is when I started to see the fruits of my labor really start to come in. And I saw that the resistance of the current that I was trying to fight start flowing more towards me, right? So I say this to say, ask yourself, what am I trying to control that I need to just relinquish? I need to release. What is it that I'm trying to control, right? The second question is, how can I honor myself? How can I give back to myself? Right? Because that's important. Whether it's journaling, cooking yourself a romantic meal, getting yourself some flowers, going on a walk, right? What can you do to give back to yourself? And then after you've given back to yourself, okay, then you can ask, what's next? Once you've meditated. A lot of times we're feeling stuck because we're fighting the current. We're trying to control things. We have said things, and I'm a strong believer of manifestation because, for y'all who want to go towards the Bible, the power, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So when you speak life over things, God is trying to bring those things to you. But if you're sitting up here fighting it because you don't understand or you're not willing to go with the flow of how it's coming to you, you end up causing yourself more resistance and more harm and more delays of your desires coming in. And these can be physical desires. These can be, mental desires. This can be setting yourself free from bondage, right? But you so focused on how can I control what's going on right here in this moment? What can I, how come you're trying to control the outcome of how it happens versus saying, you know what, it's going to happen regardless. Whatever I'm asking for is going to come to me regardless. I don't have to overwork myself in order to get it. I don't have to overextend myself to be loved. I don't have to overextend myself to be accepted. I can literally just be in the here and now. And for y'all who missed my song earlier, I ain't re-singing it. When I end the live, you can go back and watch the replay. Right? But I'm saying all of this to say, look, there is no way or no reason why we should remain stuck. Right? Once you identify that you feel stuck, that's the first thing of acceptance. We're gonna go down the ACE method, right? That's the first thing of acceptance. Is accepting, hey, you know what, I feel a little stuck. And then, in that acceptance, reevaluate. What is it that's making me feel stuck? Ask yourself those 3 questions, right? What am I trying to control? How can I pour back into myself? And then what's next, right? Then go right on to C in the ACE method, which is celebrate. Celebrate that you're unstuck. Because the more you think about how stuck you are, the more stuck you'll be. It's like a cement block, right? But even cement blocks can be broken. There's a way to get those things cracked. We watch it happen all the time, right? So by asking yourself those questions, you're releasing that control. Correct, Eric. No reason why you should feel stuck. Feel yourself, free yourself, and let it go. Exactly. And the best way is by asking yourself them questions so that you can, get back. And once you let yourself go, I surrender to the inner Christ. It's set free. It's gone. It's gone. I don't have to worry anymore. Whatever's going to happen for me, whatever is for me, is for me. There's nothing that anyone can say, can do. Look at y'all. Look at me. Lose my dang voice. I don't care. Again, I'm going to get this message out. I don't care. It's got to come out. But, yeah. Make sure that you're honoring yourself. There's no reason. It's a heavy time. And especially if you're watching the news outlets, you see exactly what's going on with all this mess. We still got the pandemic. Lord, I need some water. We still got the pandemic. We got this whole things with the tax bills and all this other stuff that's going on. We got a lot of stuff that's could make us feel heavy. But that heaviness is going to be here whether we want it to be or not. It's how we respond. It's not what happens to us. It's about how we respond to the things that happen to us. Start saying affirmations like, you know what? I bless this situation with success. If you get a decline charge, I bless this event with success. If you get a contract that ends, you know what? I bless this event with success. None of these things move me. The minute that you become unemotionally or emotionally unmoved is when things start to happen in your life. A lot of times when we start having these emotional movements, we block things, right? We block our blessings when we become emotionally moved by panicking, getting frustrated. And I'm not saying these things aren't normal, right? But when you catch yourself doing that, it's time to regroup. Breathe. You know what? Instead of getting all hype, I'm going to bless the situation with success because I already know that it's coming back to me. Everything that I need is going to come back to me. Eric say, the question is, what position did a person put themselves in to make them stuck or make them responsible for something that's not their responsibility? And the thing is honestly, where that is a question, I don't want to say that that's the right question to ask. Ask the self. And I'm going to tell you why. It's a great question when you're very self-aware and you're already on that journey and it's like, okay, you can ask yourself those tough questions without going back into a spiral. But for those who are just starting out in that journey of self-awareness and self-healing and, pulling themselves out of a stuck place, you want to ask the bare questions on the surface that will turn it around quickly versus sending them down to a negative spiral. And that's what I definitely want to, make that known is that, hey, when you're in your beginning stages, don't ask yourself too many deep questions that'll send you in a negative spiral. Ask just the right questions that will help turn the situation around. Say the right affirmations that will turn the situation around. But the more self-aware you are and the more that you practice these, turning things around and getting yourself out of that stuck place, you're then able to, ask yourself those deeper questions like, okay, well, what position did I put myself in? Because sometimes if you ask yourself, what position did I put myself in? You end up going down this spiral of regret. And I'm glad you brought that up, Eric. I'm very glad that you brought that up on Facebook. The question of, of that caliber of question, you start regretting. And when you start regretting, you start regressing. Like you start going the other way instead of progressing, right? Because then you start saying, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. No, you did exactly what you thought was right in that time, in that moment. Even if it wasn't the right choice, right? Per someone else's eyes, per your eyes, you did exactly what you thought was right at that time. So, I want to leave you with this. Use those affirmations today of saying, you know what? I set free whatever issue it is, whatever event it is that has you feeling stuck. I release this burden from myself and charge it to the inner Christ. I now go free. I bless this situation with success. By doing that, you're automatically putting yourself into that realm of starting over and giving yourself grace, because sometimes we're so hard on ourselves, we don't even think that we can go back to place one. Hey, baby, my sugar wooger. Sometimes we can't even feel like we so hard on ourselves, we're afraid to hit back at one. And we got to give ourselves that grace, right? I love you too, my sugar. Oh, that's a pretty heart. So make sure that you say those affirmations. So if you missed the live, go back and revisit. I'm going to go get me some water and tea because I already see my voice is starting to try to leave me again. And we ain't having that. We ain't having it. I refuse to sound like a 35-year-old man. Again. Text me, D. Because I want to see you too, my baby. You're absolutely right. Let me add also, reevaluate your current relationship circle and even your inner man and start to detach, decompose from the environment and situations. Exactly. Make sure that you're reevaluating your current relationships, your circle, who is contributing to you or who is pulling from you, and start to move accordingly. It doesn't mean you don't have to be their friends anymore, but it does mean that you have to somewhat detach yourself in order to grow. This is a part of self-care. Don't involve yourself around folks that are taking more from you than they're giving. If you see in the other conversation is all about drama and gossip and all the bubblegum BS that is not contributing to where you're going, remove yourself from it. You still love them. You still honor them. You still are there in the emergency times of need. But because some of these people can be your toxic family, your direct family, mom, dad, sister, brother, cousins. It can be that way, right? So definitely make sure that you're giving to yourself. The affirmation was, I relinquish control. I release this burden and charge it to the inner Christ. I now go free. And I bless this situation with success. Even when it feels like it's a failure, you're getting no's or you're getting, whatever it is that's coming back towards you, like any backlash or, denials or whatever the case is, or, I bless the situation with success. I am unmoved. My circle looks like a dot because it's so small. I know that's right. Peace of mind is an important thing. It is. Attention is expensive to pay. I can't get by on minimum wage. Y'all wait till my singing voice come back. It's over for everybody. It's over for everybody. I'm dropping singing videos on my story like it's nothing. Y'all gonna be like, dang, I'm tired of hearing this girl sing. So I missed my speaking voice. So now that I'm able to, speak a little bit, I'm over here trying to overdo it. I need to be somewhere drinking some tea. My throat hurt. So, with that being said, I love y'all. Say y'all affirmations. I'm out like chicken scouts. Y'all know that's my favorite thing to say. See y'all on the other side. Bye, y'all.